Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? I'm back. It's been a long time, but I'm finally back doing some new videos. And as you can see, today we have a new, completely different type of statue, and this one actually is from the world of hip hop. And as you can see, is the B.I.G. Biggie Smalls. If you are someone that actually is into his music, really great hits in hip hop in the 90s, and something that I've never seen before, I was able to find this on Instagram, I believe. The company is called Concrete Jungle, and they have done a few pieces of hip hop artists, and I thought this was really cool. So this is basically the box. As you see, it's about a 1/6 type of scale on the statue. You see some of the artwork on the side there of the box, or Biggie back in the day on the street in front of the bodegas or the grocery store. As you see, that's going to be part also of the statue. You see a little bit later, but that's basically the box. Just to show you guys the edition size on this, the Concrete Jungle and Invisible Bully are the ones that did this statue. 850 edition size, which is pretty good size. Small edition size for all the people that know this hip hop artist. So let's get into it. And here you got the 1/6 scale statue from Concrete Jungle, and this is B.I.G. Biggie Smalls. And you know, there's something very different in the collection, and as you can see, this is basically a throne statue from one of those hip hop artists that is really known, especially in the 90s. And we're gonna be putting the different parts of this statue, but you can see the first and the main base. As you can see, the back has this really cool bodega or grocery store that a lot of the New York spots have. Really cool details there, and that is basically the throne. Pretty much, I guess they were going for having a throne in heaven, I guess. That's why you have all of those clouds. I think that was the idea behind that. But as you can see, the chair itself is really nicely designed overall. Really cool details all around the chair there. It actually looks like it's actually cushiony. So the sculpture was really well done there. Main piece here is the body, as you can see, of Biggie Smalls. He just sits on the chair there, so we're gonna put that right now. And there is the chair. There's the body of Biggie Smalls sitting on the chair, as you can see. Pretty nice, nicely designed overall. We'll go into details in a little bit. Let's talk about the different parts that come with this statue. One of the first ones here, as you can see, is one of the portraits here of Biggie Smalls. That actually they did a good job, because he really does look like him. There you go. So that's one of them. He's actually smoking there, as you see. The second portrait is this one with the fedora hat, also really nicely designed there. Cool looking hat there, and he looks just like Biggie Smalls there. The next portrait is this one, basically a bear portrait there that you can use to be able to put a crown. He also has a pair of glasses that you can put there, so it looks pretty good. Let me show you the other parts that come with the statue. Basically, you got 4 arms and 2 sets of different actual hands here. One holding this cigar, and this one here is a cane. As you see, it looks pretty cool. You got the crown there. Let me show you the crown. Nicely designed crown. Then you got a dollar bill here, an additional dollar bill, so you can go ahead and put it wherever you want. You got the glasses there, the shades that you always used to wear. Really nice. And then you got a chain here with a head of a Christ. Those are the main pieces that come with the statue there, as you see. We're looking at Biggie Smalls from Concrete Jungle, as I said. It's basically a 1/6 scale statue. it's about 12 or 13 inches, I would say, but it looks really nice. I think they did a good job overall. Let's go ahead and start putting this portrait here and see how that looks on the body. There it is. There's a couple of different options to be able to display this guy, and let's start first with the magnets. Are pretty good here. Put that cane, and there you go. That's how the cane looks on that arm. The other arm, I think you only have one arm. All right, and the other arm, as you see, it's only one option here on the left arm of him actually just holding that cigar there. So you see, then the other arm, the left arm, but the other arm, this arm is the one that has 3 options for you to display him, so he can have a different look and feel on this statue. Really nice statue, very cool. The colors really pop. We'll talk about everything in a little bit, especially the color scheme, the paint application, and also how the sculpture actually was done, and if it looked like him and what they did overall. So we'll go in a little bit around it. Just want to show you first, this is the first option. As I said, he has the one hand holding the cigar and the other one holding that cane there with that specific portrait. So let's go ahead and let me show you the other option, and you can go with the fedora hat look. That already looks like another statue pretty much, basically holding that bottle there of champagne. It looks like he's celebrating pretty much there. It's a cool look. I think they did a great job in terms of getting the likeness pretty much there of how Biggie Smalls used to look like. So I think all of them look very nice, especially this one and the one with the hat. I think those are the best ones. But we'll look at the other one and see what you think. But overall, this is the second option on how you can display Biggie Smalls. If you are a fan of hip hop from the 90s, this would be something that you might want in your collection. Obviously, I know that the company might be doing additional pieces as well. There's some rumors that might be doing Tupac and other additional 90s hip hop artists, so that would be pretty cool. So you can have a little connection. As long as they are pretty much the same scale, they're gonna look pretty cool. Let me show you now the additional way that you can display this guy. Let me change the head here. Here's the head that is basically bare, and like I said, just changing the portraits overall give you a complete different view of Biggie Smalls. I'm gonna put his crown there, as you see, and then we're gonna put him the additional hand that he has holding some money there. All right, here's Biggie Smalls with the third option in terms of the portrait that he has. As you saw, the portrait itself is bare. You have the option to put his glasses there, and obviously that cool crown that I believe is metal because it's a little heavy. It really does give you a complete different view and a display option. As you see, it looks really nice. Looks just like him pretty much. That's Biggie Smalls right there. I mean, overall, they did an awesome job. Concrete Jungle. I had never heard about him before, and all of a sudden I saw them on Instagram. I was like, wow, this is actually something very different. I believe that if they do, like I said, a set of 90s hip hop artists, I think it'll be something there to have in a collection. Overall, we're going to be talking about now the design of the statue. We're going to go and start at the base, and as you see, basically the base has a whole lot of money there representing the all the money that he made, obviously, in his career. It goes along also with hip hop, obviously, money and fame. The base represents that overall. And let's go around, and obviously let me show you something kind of different here in terms of design. Obviously it goes really well with him, videos when he got started. He was basically performing even in front of these type of grocery stores or bodegas there in New York. So this statue is definitely telling a story of his beginnings and where he comes from. And one of the cool things about these walls, as you see, which look pretty realistic, you see some of the names of the songs, like Big Papa, as you see, Ready to Die. There's different types of songs all around here, Life After Death. But I think it was a good idea to actually have that. It looks pretty cool. That looks like graffiti, but it's named some of the name of the songs that he had. But overall, I think it was a great idea. Very different compared to other statues that I've done. Very different and actually creative there by Concrete Jungle. And as we come back to the front, we'll talk about a little bit about the design, on how he looks like overall. Obviously he has those Timberlands that are very reminiscent of the 90s and how it was in style back then. But nicely designed overall. A little flat. I wish I would have a little bit of more shadowing and stuff like that to be a little more realistic. And same thing goes for the jeans there. A little bit light on color, could have been a little darker and have more shading, add a little more contrast overall to the color. The colors in terms of paint looks really nice. I think they apply them really well. Just need a little bit more contrast, as I said. Okay, one of the things that I noticed that obviously in his torso there, or his sweater, is one of those things that it's actually I've never seen in other statues in the past, but it's not as sculpted. It's well, obviously it is polystone, but they actually pressed in, I guess, the design within the polystone itself, so it's not texturized at all. It's all flat, but it gives you that idea as if it's the actual sweater. The only thing I would say is there's no texture at all. It's flat. It would have been nice to see some texture on the sculpt itself. There are some bridges obviously on the sleeves that give you that idea that is a sweater, and it has those creases and all that. It would have been great to have that overall through the whole sweater there. That's the only thing that is very different, and one thing that I would say would have been better there. But overall, if you look from this angle here, looks really nice, and you can't really tell the difference there, just only when you get really close. But is that something that you got to point out on any statue? And obviously the big creases there, the separations there between the hand and the body. I wish that something else would have been done so that those would have been hidden at least, right? So those are the things that I would have improved overall, mainly on the sweater there. Sweater design could have been a little bit better, and also actually sculpted. That would have helped a lot. But as we go into the portrait, I've showed already 3 portraits, and I can tell you that this is one of the nicest ones. Gives you the option to use his glasses, and also obviously the crown there. It gives you that look as if it was really him, back in the 90s. So really nicely done by Concrete Jungle. That's a great option there. Now, one of the highlights obviously of this statue has to be the throne, right? The actual seat there that we see. Really nicely designed overall. You see a lot of details in terms of sculpting there throughout the side of the chair, the back, and obviously all around trims, and just that old school Kingsman type of design, right? You even see the B.I.G here. That's a cool detail there. As you go around, obviously in the bottom, you can see some of the legs inside there. Some of the legs inside there also has all of that design throughout the whole chair, so that's pretty cool. Even here on this side as well, you can see the B.I.G again here, and all those different types of leaves and different just textures, and really cool design overall. So they did a lot of work here in terms of the seat. We go to the back, and you can see there are some designs of what looks like roses type of thing, and just a lot of details overall here, and I really like what they did. We got the B.I.G there, really nice kind of logo type of thing there, really cool. But overall, really nice statue, very cool, something that goes along great and somebody that loves hip-hop, and especially to me the best hip-hop in the 90s for sure. So this guy is definitely coming out of that era, and many people believe that he was one of the best hip-hop artists of that era. And of course they needed to set him up there on the throne. So this is another set of a portrait and different hands, as you see, another option how you can display him. Very cool statue overall. If you like the 90s, if you like hip-hop, I think it would be a good option to have this guy. But obviously he already sold out, and there was only, I think, 600 pieces made, which is pretty good. Small edition size on this statue. I know that I know that they're talking about having another version that is all blacked out, all black basically, and that's something that you might want to look into if you're interested in this statue, and jump on that if you really want Biggie Small in your collection. So that's it, guys. That was a quick look of this very different type of statue from the different types of statues that I have in my collection, superhero related. This is something along of music. There's statues of Michael Jackson and others, and I thought this was also something very unique and cool that could be in anybody's collection that loves especially hip-hop. So that's Biggie Smalls from the 90s. Really cool statue from Concrete Jungle. Be on the lookout, as I know they're going to be having additional statues and also another version of this guy if you missed out. And that was the review, guys. Thanks for checking it out. Here's a few shots and photos of this statue, which actually is very photogenic and the colors really pop on it. So it looks really cool overall. So check out the other videos in the YouTube page. Share, comment, and let me know what you think of this statue. So I'm coming back with a lot of new videos, including news on what statues are new every week, and also many unboxings and new statues that I got in the collection. So thanks again, and keep on collecting out there.